Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? Y'all already know it's your host, Young Tito, man. Another Monday. I'm in the building. What's really good? What's really good? Yeah, today is Monday, August 14th. We getting it rocking, man. Got a lot of news. Got a few celebrity birthdays. Then we got a special call-in guest tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know who that is in a minute. Yeah, y'all gonna love this one. All the hip-hop heads out there, y'all already know. Talking New York, man. Best underground radio show out here, man. Yeah, let's get it. Let's start it off, man. Oh, we got some dope subjects too, man. We got some real dope subjects, man. Word. But in news, we got Kai Cenat. I forget how to pronounce his name, but he was arrested in NYC, giving away PlayStations, caused a riot in Lower Manhattan. Then you got Travis Scott brings out Kanye West for Utopia in Rome. Real big right there, man. Word. Then rapper found dead in barrel, may be connected to Pop Smoke's murder. He's the brother of the suspect involved in Pop Smoke's murder. So you already know, man, it's getting real spooky. And in other news, we got Taco Bell manager killed by homeless employee he let live with him. This happened in Detroit. So you got to be careful who you trust, man. He let you know, open his doors. And then when it's time for bro to leave, he didn't want to leave, you know, and things got nasty. Wayne Brady comes out as pansexual. So I don't know what's going on there, but you know, it is what it is. Then storm knocks down trees and power lines across central Maryland. So everybody in Maryland, I hope you okay, you know what I'm saying? And things are, you know, getting back to normal. Y'all might have heard this one. Well, the Tory Lanez sentencing was postponed, but then he was sentenced to 10 years, you know what I'm saying? So, man, that's just you. Wow. But in other news, you got MC Lyte, Yo-Yo, Moni Love, MC Shy-Rock, and Shantae Roxanne. Well, Roxanne and Shantae performs together. So they tore it down, I heard, man. I didn't get to see it yet, but I heard they tore it down. Legendary Chicago DJ Casper's dead. You know, so condolences to his family. And judge seeks 25 years sentencing for Young Thug's GOAT ritual. So Young Thug and all of them supposed to perform some ritual on a goat, and now the judge is seeking a 25-year sentencing in that case. But before I get into music and more news, I'm going to get into these celebrity birthdays. We're going to play some music, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll let you know who my special guest is, man, and we'll try to get in contact with them. But we're going to talk about the Big K battle with Jay Mills, man. We're going to also talk about the battle with Vixen the Assassin and Jade, which was a good one. It was real cool, you know what I'm saying? Word. Real cool. So we're going to get into that. But first, let me get into these celebrity birthdays. First on the list, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people out there love him, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, died too young, was King Von, you know what I'm saying? He had a birthday this week. Then we have a legend, Whitney Houston, you know what I'm saying? Her birthday just passed too. So shout out Bobby Brown, you know what I'm saying? Shout out the whole family. Riddick Bowe, boxing professional, turned 56. Word, so Riddick Bowe, you know what I'm saying? Turned 56, happy birthday to him. Michael Bivins turned 55, which he's on the new, what's the show? My Expert Opinion. I didn't get to check that yet, but shout out to Michael Bivins. Shout out the whole My Expert Opinion staff. Those my boys up there. So go show them some love, you know what I'm saying? Antonio Banderas turned 63. Then, Ja Morant turned 23. Still young, man. You know, you got a shot. Kylie Jenner turned 26. Angie Harmon turned 51. Great actress, man. I like how she act, you know. Then this guy, we all grew up watching him, wanted to be like him. We was all Hulkamaniacs at one time. Hulk Hogan turned 71. Another great actor on my list, Chris Hemsworth, turned 40 this week. Then you got another actress, real dope actress right here, man. Viola Davis turned 58. Then you got Joe Rogan turned 56. Yo, producer, super producer, I should say, Ali Shaheed Muhammad turned 53. Yo, we got so many actors on this week's list too, man. Lakeith Stanfield turned 32. I was just watching a dope movie with him, man. Word, I was just watching something, man. I forget the name of it, but if I get it, I'll let y'all know. Sir Mix-a-Lot turned 60. Word, which is dope. Or maybe I got it wrong. Chris Hemsworth turned 41, I think. 40, 41, somewhere around there. Pardon me, y'all. These are today's birthdays. Halle Berry turned 57. So shout out Halle Berry. Looking good, man, for 57, you know? Just looking good, period. I don't want to say no age on it, man. Steve Martin turned 78. Then Irvin Magic Johnson turned 64. Tim Tebow turned 36. This is another great actor here, man. Antonio Fargas turned 77. Antonio Fargas, a.k.a. Sugar Bear, man, turned 77. Then Jack A. Harry turned 67. We all loved her growing up. You know what I mean? And last but not least, we got Julia Roberts turned 56. So that's dope, man. Julia Roberts turned 56. And all those are today's birthdays, man. And before I go any further, man, speaking of celebrities, I gotta give a rest in peace, man, to rapper Magoo, man. Yeah, rapper Magoo died, man, and you know, we want to send our condolences to Timbaland, to Missy, to Genuine, you know, that whole crew over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Word, that whole VA clique over there, man. Word. But no, you know what I want to do, man? I'm gonna say this, right? Before I get into this music, before we get into a banger, I gotta give a big shout to Nas and Lil Wayne, man, for making Billboard's Hip Hop Hall of Fame, man. That's dope, man. So shout out Nas, shout out Lil Wayne, man. That's real big. And Nas been doing his thing this year, man. Word, man. Gotta kind of give 2023 to Nas, man. Word, no matter who like it or not, man. It is what it is. But let me get this music ready for y'all, man, because we're gonna get into some music. Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know who my guest is, man. Y'all might have seen him, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, making history, man, with Punchline Academy. You know what I'm saying? Word, man, Punchline Academy. Gotta give it up to the infamous Amadeus. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try to get him on the horn and ask him a few questions and see how things are going with him, you know? But first, like I said, let me get into some music, and then we're gonna swing that way, and we're gonna see what's up with the infamous Amadeus and see what's up with the Punchline Academy. Because y'all definitely know it goes down over there, man. So let me rock this music, and then we're gonna give him a call and see what's going on that side. Y'all already know, Talk of New York, man. Let's get into this music.
Ha-ha. Two woes. And what up? What up, nigga?
I love you, Benji.
Oh. Baby girl, I need you. Stop talking about the past, baby, it's no need to. Trying to be the last and the fresh air you could breathe through. Transparent with my heart, cause you could see through. But I need boo, so baby come back. Always make sure I was on point, that's a thumbtack. A 4-course meal, yeah, I need more than a snack. Like it when you arch your back, you fell in love with this pipe. Yeah, you know this shit crack. Can't lie, I can't get you out of my mind. Made a couple calls to you, but you been egging my line. Asked how have you been? You reply like I'm fine. Got me thinking like shit, I'm just wasting my time. But since you find like mine, there's no need for the shadow. My love runs deep, baby, you just need a paddle. You chillin' with a winner, no need for the raffles. If you pick that thing up, baby, watch how I tackle. You like when I choke you and you like when I grab you. Just trying to get it right, I could be greater if I had you. Just trying to get it right. I need you to help me get myself right. I'm nothing without you. It's the way how we used to be. Nobody can love you like I can. The love we had was unbreakable. Can't sleep without you on my mind all day. I need you. Ever since we broke up, can't stop thinking about you. I know you got a new man in your life. The feeling's starting to come back. You may not want me around from all the lies and cheating that I've done to you. I was fucked up before, told you that I changed, you ain't believing me. Been days since I seen you, linked up with you, and all the days that we were together came back in my head. Oh, I miss touching you, kissing you, and holding you. Baby, why won't you spend the night with me? Let me give you all that healing that you need. Baby, I still love you. I need you to help me get myself right. I'm nothing without you. It's the way how we used to be. Nobody can love you like I can. The love we had was unbreakable. Can't sleep without you on my mind all day. I need you.
That was Aunt Dior featuring Chino Young. I Need You remix. Y'all already know it's Talking New York, man. All right, we in the building. Yeah. Let's see what's up, man. Let's get in contact with today's guest, man, the infamous Amadeus. So let's see what's up with him, man. Y'all already know he got it jumping out here too. Word. But if not, we gonna also talk about, you know what I'm saying, some battles that went on. Hello? Yeah. Hey, what's up? This is Talking New York. Young Tito, what's going on?
Yes.
Okay. All right. They wondering for this one. Yo, what's up, man?
What up, King? How you?
I'm good. I'm live on air, man. Let me give you a proper introduction to the people. You know what I'm saying? They already know. But yo, this is the creator of Punchline Academy. He's coming from PA, also a dope rapper, man. We got the infamous Amadeus in the building. Talking New York. What's going on? Infamous, what's up, man?
Another weekend hip hop and running up the algorithm. Makes sense as we always, I mean.
Yeah, definitely. I'm giving you a little volume here. Okay. You know, man. I definitely want to thank you, you know what I'm saying, before we even get into this interview for taking time and getting with us up here at Talking New York, man. Let me ask you a question, right? What made you come up with Punchline Academy?
Yeah, so the Punchline Academy originally was Sid Serious Cypher. So my original cipher at Shade 45 was Sid Serious Cypher. This is the cipher one I had early Benny the Butcher, Conway, a lot of the guys that you see popping in this real Lyrical Circle, even some of the vets, Papoose, Lola Brooke was on Serious Cypher
Mm-hmm.
Early on. And then when the pandemic hit, I created the Punchline Academy as almost like a virtual battle league to get onto Serious Cypher. So I still had the Cypher moving throughout the entire pandemic, but I would have guys come rap on my live, and then we would have judges, and then we would have like sparring competitions, and that's kind of how the Punchline Academy started. And it just started growing so much that eventually it took Serious Cypher and took over that slot on Thursdays at 2:00, and now it's the Punchline Academy.
No doubt.
So that's kind of like the backstory, but it was really just a way to keep us entertained in the pandemic, and then it just kind of took on a life of its own.
So who does the production? Because the beats be, oh man.
I use a number of producers. Castle Money, he's done a few of them. The last one that we dropped was Shaheem.
Yeah, I seen that.
And Hakeem the Green. That was Dozer the Drum Dealer out of Brooklyn. So it's what people don't know is when all of the Punchline Academies, starting after I think Cypher 15, is all original content. And the artists also don't hear the beat before they come in the studio. This is not a situation where they're getting a beat a week in advance and they're writing to it. They literally come in the studio and they hear the beat for the first time and they go, we don't allow them to punch in. So everything you see is in one take.
Mm-hmm.
Literally in one take. And then we take the final product, we air it on Shade, and then we release it as a song. So I think we have 34 freestyles released to this point. There's another 7 to 8 that's on the way. Like I said, the one with Shaheem. I have who else? Rusty Jux. I mean, there's a few guys that we're dropping soon. So you can follow like on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and check out the Punchline Academy on YouTube, especially for the guys that don't subscribe to SiriusXM.
No doubt. Who are some of your favorites to come on PLA?
Some of the girls, honestly, I think the girls, they've rang off in a way when you start seeing guys like Shaq posting it. That type of algorithm kind of changes it. And I also think the difference with the girls is they tend to be less aggressive and more conscious. Mm-hmm. And if you look at kind of like where hip hop is going, specifically with the hip hop 50 and where they're trying to go for the next 50 years, they're looking for more conscious rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Because allowed everybody to tell their street life, which is cool. That's a part of hip hop. But we're in the age of information, right? A lot of times we have conversations about attention spans, right? It's like, okay, people don't have attention spans. Well, people don't have attention spans for non-information. Mm-hmm. When people feel like they're getting information, they'll sit there and watch a podcast for 4 hours. Or they'll listen to your radio show for an hour straight through. Mm-hmm. So I say that to say that the girls have kind of taken a stranglehold because they've been, shooting off information, and people have kind of been gravitating to it. So definitely the freestyle that I do with the girls are my favorites.
Okay. How? I guess you kind of answered it already, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. How long have you been doing PLA?
Yeah, so PLA, since Serious Cypher, the whole cypher in total has been 7 years. It's been 7 years, but PLA started in 2020. But the entire, because again, you gotta look at the body of work, right? So the entire body of work, and I would say we probably have in total maybe 300 ciphers between Serious Cypher and Punchline Academy combined.
That's dope. That's dope. I see you got your own thing going and you rap too, man. How long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping since a shorty. I probably started, when I first heard Pac, that made me want to start jotting down bars. I used to, when I got the All Eyes on Me album, the double album, I wrote the whole album. So to understand how to formulate bars and then how to articulate bars over music. So yeah, I mean, I've been rapping since younger, and this is kind of the reason why I have these outlets like Punchline Academy and even some of the other stuff that I've done supporting the young side artists, because I understand what it is to be in their position. as an artist, and nobody's checking you out, or you feel like nobody's supporting you. So I
Mhm.
always try to reach back as much as possible, as much as humanly possible. But being an MC is in my blood. And I do have a new album on the way, to 10 Tape. It'll be out October 27th
Okay,
of
I
this
gotta
year.
check that out.
Yeah, 10 joints. I brought the vets out. I got a Mom Thug on there. I got Soul for Real, the group that sang Candy Rain. They
Uh-huh.
on the joint. Rampage from Flip Mode. And then, of course, I got my team on there. There's a few other joints on there, but I'm definitely gearing up for my next project in the next 2 months. So there will be some new content coming out shortly.
All right, that kind of leads me to my next question. How do you link with so many dope artists?
You mean legends or unsigned?
Just
artists?
dope anyway, man. Signed,
Yeah.
unsigned. Just how do you know what I mean? Stay in that mix and just link with so many dope artists and get them to come through for you and put it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of shit. A lot of people, if you kind of see me now, you know me for Shade 45. But at one time I had a modeling agency called the Get At 'Em Girls. We casted videos, Chris Brown, Fabulous, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar. That's kind of like how I got my way into hip hop, and then I turned into a video director. I shot over 175 videos. We have the next video, which I'm waiting right now, called Mega White Roses. We shot half the video. But that's an order. I shot Prodigy from our Beats last music video, Fetty Wap. Just a bunch. I've been able to work with the locks. So the point is throughout all this time, I've gathered a different amount of relationships. And I think a lot of people have respect for me because I've been able to just reinvent myself kind of like every 2-3 years.
Mhm.
So previous to 6 years ago, I wasn't even a DJ. I didn't even know how to DJ. Right. So once I got into that Shade 45 room, I figured it out and made it work. And people have supported me. So yeah, of course, that's how I've been able to build relationships. Relationships is the most important thing in any industry. It's not only hip hop. It's just any business industry. Your relationships will get you further than money. Yes, money will get you in the door. Yes, money can make dents, but relationships is the most important thing, and it's important for people to always make sure they maintain them as they're navigating.
Mm-hmm. You got a unique name, man, and I like the dope spelling. What made you spell your name that way? You know what I'm saying? Infamous, and you flipped the Amadeus. What made you spell it that way?
Well, yeah, I mean the INPH. Well, people call me Inf. So people that know me or that have like a relationship with me, they call me Inf. I always spelled it INPH because the INF looked crazy. So it's like let me spell the INPH, and then Amadeus. I just wanted to flip the S to the Z. What my name was going to be, I wanted VIG, where it was a title. Not necessarily just one word. Like Nas or many artists have one word or one saying, like Lil Baby. So I wanted my name to be more like the title, and the name has stuck with me so long. Like even though now that I'm basically a full-time DJ, with the branding, I never changed my name, so I didn't put like DJ Infamous Amadeus. Like it's the Infamous Amadeus, and that's what it is. And I added the spelling to make it unique.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of THEDA, like I said, instead of INF, INPH. For social engine optimization purposes, obviously, to make it easier to find and to make it unique. So when you see it, you know what it is.
Yeah. You recently just hosted Sean Price's tribute. You know what I'm saying? How did you form a relationship with Sean Price and his wife Bernadette Price? How did you form that relationship?
Yeah, so I was doing a free Punchline Academy event called the Gauntlet at the spot called the Sampler. We started in March and we finished about a month ago. And people from Boot Camp, Bangkok Fam, they were popping out every week because it was just a special place where you got pure energy hip hop. Guys were battling and sparring. We was having beat battles. We was just doing something that you kind of just couldn't get anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And Bernadette was coming through every week. She was coming through every week and just pulling up the support. So when the SOBs situation happened that I jumped on board, and that was an amazing. I mean, I've done SOBs a few times. Most notably, I DJ'd Rakim's concert at SOBs, but I can honestly say the Sean Price event was probably the most packed that I've seen. Like that place was like wall to wall, from the left side to the right side to the bar. Meth popped out. Man, we had Capone and Nature, and it was just it was dope to be a part of it. I'm from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? So, seeing the Brooklyn culture and kind of seeing what like Sean Price meant to guys in Brooklyn, it almost reminds me similar to how people in the Bronx revere Pun. Like Pun was a more successful artist, right, as far as record sales. But when it comes to straight respect level, I find them very similar. So that's like kind of like what I got out of the SOB situation. Like they revere this guy, Sean Price, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying, and be able to support it and lend my resources in any way possible.
Yeah. What keeps you hungry?
Man, that's a great question. I think the constant reinvention of myself. Like when I was doing film, and after Prodigy, when I did Prodigy's last video, and after he passed away, I kind of felt like I just didn't want to do it anymore. Especially when it becomes like a job, right? We of course we do hip hop to make money and feed our family, but at the same time, there still needs to be a love aspect, and once it becomes too industrialized, when there's too much industry involvement in certain things that you're doing, you can kind of fall in love out of it. So me being able to consistently reinvent myself in many different ways has kind of kept me on top of my toes and kept my pulse on what's happening in the streets, and especially with seeing the resurgence of lyricism. I was telling guys pre-pandemic, of course, way you're gonna have all these different ways, but don't sleep on lyricism. Don't just act like it's just gonna go somewhere. I mean, when we all went home during the pandemic, I think we kind of saw that with verses. Verses was like the first step to like, okay, there's still a market for this. There's still an audience for this, right? So seeing that definitely revitalized me, and here we are, like pushing forward and keeping it rocking in 2023 and moving forward.
Yep. What are some of the clubs you performed?
Clubs? Jesus. I mean, well, the biggest place I've done is Madison Square Garden. So Madison Square Garden was nuts. But I mean, as far as clubs, I've done all the top spots. I spent a lot of time in the strip club pre-pandemic. So the Starlets of the world, the Sugar Daddies of the world, of course, when we ran through them, and then you have, the performance venues like SOBs, Mercury Lounge, elsewhere in Brooklyn. Matter of fact, I'm doing tomorrow. I'm DJing at the Onyx 100 Mad Fest tomorrow, so I'll be at Sony Hall. That'll be my first time going there. That spot is amazing. And then I've been fortunate enough to travel all across the United States and be able to hit certain spots like Josephine's in Atlanta, or live in Miami. I've definitely been blessed to grace a bunch of stages as a radio personality. Now, as an artist, this is now when you may see me touch the mic as an MC. Because I've kind of just been behind the scenes for the most part. I'm comfortable behind the scenes. I'm not trying to be a rapper. I do rap for fun. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy that people want to hear my shit in 2023. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just try not to curse for me, brother. That's it.
I got you. Yeah. So I'm happy people want to hear the material. With music. So you'll probably see me hit the mic as an artist, this winter. We'll see where the album goes and where it takes us.
Yeah. You're dope as an artist too, man, if I must say.
Thank you.
You mentioned some other people, and I asked you earlier about other artists, right? But you pulled out a legend in this one, man. I was watching your video, and I love the song. How did you link with Paula Perry?
Oh, man, Paula Perry. Yeah. So,
Brooklyn legend, if I must say.
So quick backstory. So I have my podcast with Miss and during the pandemic, live on Boom Nation. For those who don't know who Boom is, it's a huge platform for 35 to 55-year-olds, and it hits about 37 million people a week on Facebook, right? So we had collaborated with this company in Canada, and we were doing a live feed on Facebook. So I was bringing Cool G Raps, Goody Mob, like all the top acts, and I kept running into this DJ Premier instrumental called Extra Extra, right? And I'm like, what record is this? What artist is this? So I found the artist, and I had my team track down Paul Perry. So I had my team track down Paul Perry, and funny enough, I was on my way to Maldives on vacation with my wife, and we got Paul Perry, and I did the interview with Paul Perry in a hotel in Miami before I had left the Maldives. So that's when my first connection with Paul Perry. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Paula, we can really do some things with you. Like, we can really bring it back. Like, they want to hear that DJ Premier sound. So I linked up with this producer out of San Diego called Castle Money Beats. We did the first record, Guess Who's Back, with Boogie Blind and the Executioners. That record went crazy. And then for her follow-up single, Trust Me, it was supposed to be Rest in Peace, Granddaddy IU and Jaz-O. So I was working with all three of them at that time. And Jaz-O was just kind of like, he was going through some health issues, whatever. So her management team's like, yo, why don't you just get on it, right? And it was one of the best decisions that I made until, of course, we lost IU, right? So that's something that, you know, I can take with me in my hip hop archive, doing the video with IU, getting him back on the radio, as well as Paula. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Paula's a Fort Greene legend. She got records with Brian McKnight. I mean, she got big records. You know, unfortunately, if you know her story, her album got shelved. And there was some controversy there. But, you know, whatever I could do to assist in making anyone's legacy continue on, I'm happy with that. I'm here to do that.
Yeah. What's a funny Sean Price story, or just a funny story, period, that you got, you know what I'm saying, from doing a show, or, you know, being around this music industry?
Well, I almost got into a fist fight with DMX one time in Maine. So just, you know, quick story. I had booked DMX for 2 shows, one in Massachusetts and one in Maine. And basically DMX showed up late. He was like, yo, I want to go to the hotel. So I had the promoter give him the back end of the bread. We went to the hotel. He was getting topped off by some Jamaican chick. You know what I'm saying? And he was moving like the club was going to close at 4 o'clock on the way in New York. And I'm like, yo, dog, it's going to close at 2 o'clock. By the time we got in front of the spot, they was rioting outside, throwing chairs. They was wilding. So now we go into the next day, it's the same promoter. For people who are familiar with New England, or if you're not familiar with New England, it's 6 states, right? And they all operate as one. So it was one promoter basically running them through. So when we got the name, it was Valentine's Day. DMX was like, yo, I'm not performing unless I get my bread. I'm like, yo, brother, you're not getting your bread. You got to go to the club. They're not going to give you your money. You skipped out on the date, right? So now we in the club. He's there. He gets his money. And I'm telling him, like, yo, brother, you got to perform 2 songs. I'm not performing. So he offered me to step outside. Like, he told me to step outside. So now I'm outside the spot with DMX, the entire Rough Rider crew. I'm sitting in the middle of the Rough Rider crew. They surrounded me at this point, right? So they surrounded me. And I'm watching, because I was running a lot, not to go off top, I was running a lot of shows up there. I was bringing Method Man. I was bringing just a bunch of acts up there. And I'm watching the white boys from the town go to their cars and get their straps. Because people are surrounding me. So, you know, they're going, and I'm telling X, I'm like, yo, X, if you swing, it's not going to end up good for either one of us, right? Mm-hmm. Let me get the contract. I got the contract back. I'm like, look, you got to perform 2 songs. And ultimately, it all ended up well, right? It ended up well. I didn't fight DMX. He went back in. He did the 2 songs. Everybody was happy. Yeah. And, yeah, that was definitely a crazy.
Just typical DMX, right?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, DMX.
You didn't know what person you was getting with DMX. You didn't know if you was getting the aggressive person. You didn't know if you was getting the religious DMX. Like, you just kind of didn't know what you was getting with him on a day-to-day basis.
What's the future for Punchline Academy?
So we're gonna be merging Punchline Academy with my podcast, The Infamous Hour, and it's gonna be more of a television based show, right? So if you watch Punchline Academy, the visual drives Punchline, right? Radio is great, but people watch it because of the visual.
Mm-hmm.
This is how a Rakim posted, or I just seen today Lloyd Banks was under the comments, right? He's like, "Yo, this is fire," right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna combine it and make it almost like a Rap City the Basement type of vibe. Where artists pull up, they'll get an interview, then they get to go in that vinyl room, and do that freestyle. I think one of the best decisions that I made with Punchline Academy was pulling it out of the Shade 45 studio. Because you don't know where we are, right? You don't know where we are. It's a vinyl room. You know, you're seeing smoke everywhere, and it gives it like that vibe and that real hip hop mystique, and it's helping drive the content heavy. So look out for the Punchline merged with my podcast, The Infamous Hour, and we should be dropping that shortly.
Yeah. What can we expect from you with the music and stuff besides Punchline?
Well, like I said, my album is coming out October 27th of 23. It's called The 10 Tape. It's 10 songs. The entire point of this project is a collaboration project. I've collaborated with artists. Like I got a record with Smoke DZA. I dropped a record with Rick Ross recently. Capadonna. I've collaborated with Havoc, but I've never really had guys on my album, like on my personal project. So, that's kind of the concept of the 10 Tape. It's not really solo records. It's, just collaboration. So I do have the record with Paula Perry and Granddaddy AU on the 10 Tape. So you can look forward to that. And then I have a bunch of projects that I'm doing production for artists. Me and Rakim's son, Tamel, we got a project called The Solitude. I just dropped it in January. And then right after that, me and Snipe from D Block. And I'm working. I'm making. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people may not necessarily know, which is good. I like to keep it. And I never did none of this for like fame or recognition. That naturally comes with it, right? But I'm just super excited for the people to see like what we got in store for 2024 and move forward.
Yeah, definitely. Wish you the best on everything you're doing, man. Last but not least, right? How can I get up in there with you, man? The Punchline Academy, because I got a few bars I want to drop down up in there, man. I seen it. I said I got to get up in there, man.
All right, so for anyone listening right now, because people have been asking me like, how do I get in the Punchline Academy? I have a show called Punchline Live. It happens once a month. The next one is September 5th at the Space for Wonderville in Brooklyn. It's off of Broadway. It's an amazing space. It's half arcade, half performance venue. And this is where artists are able to come, perform songs, get into a cypher, and basically showcase their talent. So you want to come rock? I got you on the spot. You can pull up and show what you got for Punchline Live. But this is where we get guys for the Punchline Academy freestyle series.
Okay.
In the basement.
Okay.
Punchline Live. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you on the 5th, and other artists that want to get involved. I know it's a big platform, big opportunity, and I'm looking for the best artists to do this.
Okay, so you said September 5th?
September 5th at Wonderville, NYC in Brooklyn. Yep.
Okay. So you got to keep me posted on that, man, because I'm trying to get up in there with you, bro.
Yo, Punchline. Mm-hmm.
Definitely Punchline Academy. I definitely want to thank you for your time and, giving us dope information. I also have another channel, man, where I want to give you a nice segment, man, where the people can see you visually. Like you said, it's about the visions. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll set that up, behind the scenes and everything. I got your number, so I'll set that up with you and we could do a full interview, you know what I'm saying? Because there's more questions I would love to ask you, but I only have an hour here. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to play music and, things like that. But I definitely want to thank you for your time. Is there, let the people know where they can reach you at, man.
So follow me on all social media platforms at the infamous Amadeus, at the Punchline Academy. You can listen to me on Sirius XM Shade 45 every single Thursday, noon EST for the new hip hop picks, 3 p.m. EST for the throwback classics, and of course the Punchline Academy cipher at 2 p.m. And the Punchline Academy has officially collaborated with Champion, so we have the Punchline Academy hoodies out right now for the winter time.
Oh man, y'all doing it.
So we running it up, and Yeah, just tap in. Once again, Punchline Live is a showcase series that I have for independent artists trying to get into the Punchline Academy. You can just DM the Punchline Academy page and see how to get in it. And I'll pleasure talking to you. And I look forward to talking to you around the time my album comes out. I can come in the studio and we can do the whole shit.
Most definitely. I would love that, bro. Most definitely. Y'all already know the infamous Amadeus, man. We gonna get up out of here. You know, I'm gonna play some music. Yo, thank you for coming through once again, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right. Peace.
All right, check. One. No.
Yeah, y'all already know. That was the infamous Amadeus, man. Punchline Academy. If you don't know, you need to go check that out. Word. We gonna definitely get into some more music, man. Dope interview right there. Y'all already know. Let's get into these sounds, man. What I got on the menu for y'all? Y'all already know. Let's get into some shadow rapping. Yeah.
See where I'm coming at. Yo, the more I grip mics, your boy will get nice. Every morning I write, destroy niggas' life. Yo, R.I.P. as far as I see, hitting hard as I lead with bars I keep. My squad by me is God by thee. Got a call from Raleigh, key home, shine free. The battle was won with casualties, guns. Not a rapper could run, she fatter than pun. I'm Adam in tongues, embarrassing sons. Only thing I haven't done doesn't matter where I'm from. Them LG boys, they tell me void like I'ma sell these toys in jail. Be Noid won't party with pigeons, Bacardi and lemon. The most marvelous women, I'm already bending. I'm young Tito, you crushed. There'll be no discuss. Just a beating us, do it greasy like bus. What? I ain't done with you niggas, I'm coming for niggas. Every single one of you niggas, I'm warning you niggas. I've been on to you niggas since DJ Thice. One had the PJs hype when we played the mic. I don't see they type for eBay's price. They cheap and light as D-Ray's wife. Microphone fiend, I'm nice as Jesus H. Christ. The beat might get a nigga 3 strikes. So rewrite them trash raps, I'm past that. Now for a nigga ass cap, he'll nap. Fuck being in cat sack, eating Jack Mac. I rat-a-tat-tat at your hat with this gat. More guns than Mad Max to blast cats. If y'all like the gas tracks, I'm that match. He must have ate a bad batch of whack raps. So whether you add or subtract, it's math black. I'm back. I'm at him again and staggering them, trying to battle and win, and that's when it ends. I'll damage your limbs of GP. You couldn't see these niggas in 3D. My rhymes are raw with lines so pure. You could try them all, get high off yours. Raps connoisseur, your beats weak, and I got drill music like Chief Keef. They repeat my songs, say he's deep, so each week feels like a sneak peek. I got styles that bubble on the dope tip. It's so piff, your nose might drip. I wrote this getting head from your old chick. We load clips and tote 4/5. I blow strips like M1s, and then some to end the nigga run. One.
Young Tito, shadow rapping. Yeah, talking New York, man. Dope interview with the infamous Amadeus. Y'all already know, man. Punchline Academy, real dope show. Go check it out on YouTube, man. I'll definitely be watching that. But we got some more news, right? We got some more news. We got Iggy Azalea responds to backlash over support for Tory Lanez. So she got a little backlash for supporting Tory Lanez, man. You gotta let people, live their life, I guess. Georgia doctor sued by couple for allegedly decapitating baby during surgery. So this happened in Atlanta, Fulton County to be exact. So condolences to the family of the baby. Big's daughter Tayana Wallace celebrates 30th birthday with sexy photo shoot. So happy birthday to her also. Damn, I didn't even have her on the celebrity birthday list. But happy birthday to Tiana. You know, turned 30 years old. Then, as y'all already know, I said earlier, Tory Lanez gets 10 years. This is big news here, man. Chuck D is assigned to Major League Baseball's music ambassador. So big shout out to Chuck D, man. Big shout out to Chuck D. Now, I wanted to get into this, right, before I play some music, because there was a lot of battle raps that went on this week. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you had Vixen the Assassin versus Jade. That was a good one. Now, I'm going to tell you, I think Jade did a thing. But Vixen kind of brought the heat. Vixen kind of brought the heat. Dope battle. But that's not my main event I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Big K versus Jay Mills. That was a dope battle right there. Then I'm gonna give. I'm on the fence of who I think won so far, man. I'm on the fence, man. Cause some people like go 2-1, 1-2, things like that. I like to just look at the overall battle and determine who I think won. Maybe I should start doing it by rounds. That may make it easier for me. But right now, that's how I do it. I just look at the overall battle, and then I determine who I think won. Now, I'm going to say this, right? Big K, he did his thing, man. But this is the thing with Big K. Big K, I think his rounds need to be longer. And maybe he'll stop complaining when other rappers versus or go over the 2-minute mark. Because Big K definitely will make sure you don't go over that 2-minute mark. He on you about that time. That's one thing Big K gonna do. He gonna watch that clock. Word. His bars are dope though. Jay Mills said a few things too, man. Jay Mills, and it's hard for me because those are two of my favorites. So that's why I haven't called it yet. I'm gonna try to call it before the end of this show. I'm still on the fence with both of them, man. I can't even call it. I'm not even gonna lie, not gonna cap how they say, but I'm on the fence with both of them, man. Because like I said, those are two of my favorites. I hate when two of my favorites go at it. Because when two of my favorites go at it, you really gotta, you gotta leave Earth for me to be like, yo, this guy won, or that guy won. So when it's neck and neck and y'all both in the same areas, like, damn, it's hard for me to decide who won this battle. But if I gotta go one way, man, let's see. I ain't gonna call it now. Maybe before the show go off, I'll try to call it, man. Because it hurts me to pick a side. It hurts me. I'm not gonna lie. It hurts me to pick a side between Big K and Jay Mills. It hurts me to pick a side. It's like your cousin fighting your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Wow, man. But they both did their thing. So, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna get into some the infamous Amadeus. We're gonna play that joint that he got with Paula Perry and Granddaddy IU. Granddaddy IU, rest in peace. One of the vets of this thing. So we gonna play that joint, you know what I'm saying? And then maybe I'll have my answer or who I think won that battle. Word. Let's get it, man. Yeah, let me get into this, man. So let's get into that, man. I'm looking for the joint, man. I don't know why I can't find it now. I gotta put it in. I gotta put the whole thing in there, man. Word. So while I look for that, man, we're gonna definitely featuring. Because I want y'all to hear this joint, man. Real dope song. You know what I mean? It's crazy now. Because I'm on YouTube and I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it now. Word, man. That's crazy. Let's try this again. Because I definitely want to hear this joint. You. Word, man. Maybe if I go into there and then. Okay, here we go. Let's get it. The infamous Amadeus featuring Paula Perry and Granddaddy IU. Let's get this going, man. Dope song here. Let's go.
Love and Hip Hop Miami is coming in hot.
That's my name.
And back with a vengeance.
Let's go.
Everything I play gon' be funky.
Yeah.
Microphone phenomenal.
Young check, look, yo, the microphone phenomenal. Bullets is busting, crack your dominoes. These niggas flows is straight up trash, it's past horrible. It's all about timing, I'm shining with the rhyming flow. Hit the block, set up more spots than the domino. Traffic is in the galactic. I've been dead nice so long, my rhyme book live in the casket. 16's a crisp clean, the vaccine. Go hold it. My vinyl hit the needle, get you shot like COVID. The bars I'ma flow it. I breeze at 500 degrees. The heat squeeze to the Glock overloaded. My block gang is the blockchain we encoded. Shots rang like Pac's pain, then exploded. You gas like BP. I flow like I'm rapping in 3D. Till your head spin like a CD. 97 pith, never tucking it. I'm so high, I ride comments around for the fucking hit.
Phenomenal. Trust me, son. Microphone 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 phenomenal. Trust me, son.
I spit so hard, body it'll give you lockjaw. I'm the real thing, rest of them hoes is not. Some of y'all slow, belong on a short bus. Go around, I'ma take the shortcut. Hood chick, get some good shit. I'm good, I'm hood rich. Get some good dick, not with the bullshit. I'm fed up, had about enough. Tired of seeing y'all bitches standing up. Better man up, your bitches mission terminated. I warned you, your crown too heavy, let me hold it for you. I'm royal with spoil your turmoil, you had a fucking tantrum. Gets my money, I don't know where it came from. Fort Greene is back, your niggas like the balls. Head for the border, your dollar hoes violated orders. Dumb bitches, I'ma pull up DBs on your knees for the queen of fucking Fort Greene.
Microphone phenomenal. Trust me, son. 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 Check.
Created in the image of God, my shit is just hard. My job is the body squad. Soon as Paula P give me the nod, a piping hot sniper shot hit your pussy ass right in the knot. God damn, it's an all-out assault. Had to pull the pin back out the vault. Told you motherfuckers stop playing with me. I'm a seasoned vet. You ain't even a threat. You must have had too much Henny like J.R. Smith. The day y'all rip, the AR, the lay y'all stiff. You pray y'all miss, but nah, nigga, my aim too accurate. A pimp game is immaculate. I mac bitches like Fillmore Slim. Bring your army, I'm still gon' win. I kill more men. I inspire niggas, ass Norway as the bass in my glory. Whip your ass in the story, niggas trust me.
Phenomenal. Trust me, son. Microphone phenomenal. Trust me, son. Microphone phenomenal. Trust me, son.
Microphone phenomenal, trust me, son. Microphone phenomenal, trust me, son.
Yeah, definitely back talking New York, man. So that was the end of our show right there. Dope joint by the infamous Amadeus, featuring Paula Perry, Granddaddy IU, man, called Trust Me. That joint is a banger right there. Rest in peace, Granddaddy IU, man. So, yo, I'm going to get up out of here. We wrapped up another Monday. Y'all already know I'll see y'all next Monday. And it is what it is, man. Talking New York. You don't want to miss out, man. So shout out my guest, the infamous Amadeus, with the Punchline Academy. Y'all already know your host, Young Tito, and I'm up out of here. See y'all next Monday.